I planned on talking about this today because of food riots and inflation riots that are happening across the world. But with the Supreme Court ruling on Roe versus Wade, I think we can expect to see riots this weekend in the United States. People are going to go bananas over this. We're going to see all kinds of craziness. I'm sure protests have already started, and they just did the ruling today. So I think this is really important that we pay attention to our surroundings, especially this weekend. If you are in the city, I would stay out of the streets, definitely. I'd leave town. Personally, for myself, I would get the heck out of the city for the weekend because, protests turn into violent riots. It happens, and the news is going to tell you, oh, it's mostly peaceful while the city burns down behind them. So this is just how the media is. But we have to be realistic that people are going to be very upset about this, and they are going to start rioting, I believe, this weekend. I think we're going to see lots of chaos, especially in the major cities, things like that. People in the country, not so much. They go into the cities to do this stuff. And we really need to keep an eye on that and make sure where we are headed for whatever we have to get done. This weekend is a great weekend to stay home, I think, and be safe. We don't put yourself in that situation and have a chance of anything happening. And also, across the world, I have been seeing all week different protests breaking out over inflation and the cost of everything, gas, food, housing, all this stuff. People are getting really, really upset. It's really hard to make ends meet. It's getting more and more difficult. Every time you go to the grocery store, you can feel it. I can feel it. Everyone I know can feel it. So I have seen articles on Ireland having protests. Polish has an uprising in protest. Iran, Pakistan, all kinds of places. Some of those places you kind of expect to see that stuff, but Poland, you don't really think of that as a place where they're going hog wild and having protests and things of that. But the inflation is so high, and it is strapping so many people and making it so difficult for everyone just to make ends meet. It is almost impossible to keep up with. So hopefully all of you are